The National Dialogue Committee resumed its sittings today to listen to petitions from different groups. The committee, chaired by the National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah and Wiper Leader Kalonzo Musyoka, started receiving submissions from the public on the 22nd of September. After various groups sent memoranda on proposals they wanted to be considered on the issues set for dialogue by the committee. And as our very own Alice Diana reports, former Attorney General Amos Wako was among those who appeared before the committee today. Has proposed the enactment of a law requiring the Electoral Commission to open its server for the public audit by the public for after every general election to improve on transparency.
The National Dialogue session continued today at the Bomas of Kenya, with various teams making their submissions on issues for talks. Appearing before the committee, Attorney General Emeritus and former Busia Senator Amos Wako, while speaking on electoral justice, proposed that the top 2 or 3 political parties to nominate people for appointment in the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IBC), saying this will go a long way in helping the country to solve recurring problems in the political scene.
I suggest that the top 2 or 3 political parties should nominate people for appointment, direct appointment to the Electoral Commission. And the top 2 or 3 should nominate 1 commissioner each. And the rest of the political parties should jointly nominate 1.
In his submissions to the National Dialogue Committee, the former AG proposed the enactment of a law requiring the Electoral Commission to open its servers for public audit by the public after every general election to improve transparency.
The server should be open, and it should be open and accessible to whoever wants to access it. Rather than these arguments we have been having in 2013, 2017, with the court, go and open the observer. Oh, we cannot open because of some foreign company has some rights. I don't know, intellectual right over it. We can't just interfere. I think it should be very clear to whoever comes to assist us that the servers will be open. And we can only do that if we make it law.
On his part, Kitui Senator Enoch Wambua is proposing Kitui County to be split into 2 counties in order to enable the residents benefit from the fruits of devolution.
My proposal is an attempt to cure an injustice vested and visited on the people of Mwingi, and by extension the entire Lower Eastern region, on account of a failure by the Office of the Attorney General to gazette a district. And I am urging this committee, the National Dialogue Committee, not to grant the invitation from any quarter to be bystanders as the people of Mwingi continue to suffer this injustice. Co-chairs and members, the object of this proposal, which I have presented to you, is to amend the Constitution of Kenya and to ensure that resources and services are brought closer to the people by splitting the expansive Kitui County into 2 counties.
In their presentation, the Ilchamus community, a minority from Baringo South, decried lack of representation in the national government and proposed the community to be recognized as a separate constituency, as this will empower their voice in national governance. Communities from Trans Nzoia County, on their part, opposed the introduction of more constituencies in the county.
As you retire to go through this bulky document, which you have documented, Chair, we will want you to look at several declarations. To be specific, the Mabanga Declaration. This declaration was signed by all the elders in Trans Nzoia County and agreed in one voice that in the event of any misunderstanding or anything that might cause a division, they will sit down and deal those issues as a community. We are yet to get there, and therefore what we are saying is the question of seeking for another county, I think, is premature, and you must allow the elders and the Mabanga Declaration.
Azimio and Kenya Kwanza coalitions are among entities set to appear before the National Dialogue Committee tomorrow. Alice Diana, Hope TV News Watch.